Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Nezzy. If you're new here, bienvenidos. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I created this beautiful fall glam look. It came out so pretty. I really like the way my eyes came out. I got some falsies on. Child, yes, I put on some falsies. You guys know that I always use just mascara. I curl my lashes, I put mascara on, and I call it a day. But I said, you know what? I want to make this look really nice, and so I added the falsies. You guys will see. By the way, I did another voiceover because I kind of like the way the voiceover came out the last time I did a makeup video. I also have the TV on. My mother-in-law's watching the Django. I have the machine going on. Diesel was on the phone. Yeah, there was a lot going on, so I said, you know what, let me just do another voiceover. So if you want to see how I created this beautiful fall glam look, please stay tuned and continue to watch. Let's get started with this makeup look. I am going to do my brows on camera. I usually don't. I'm not using the Precisely My Brow. This is the Gimme Brow pencil by Benefit, and it's in the color 4. I forgot I had this pencil. This is more of a volumizing pencil. It's more like on the powdery side, if I had to describe it. And I like the way it made my brows look. Reason being I'm using this one is because I was searching in my drawer for my Precisely My Brow one. Jennifer was here yesterday and she used it, and I think she misplaced putting it in one of my different drawers. Anyway, I can't find it. Even though I have a new one, I don't want to open up the new one yet. So I decided to use this one, and I'm glad I did because I really like the way my brows came out. I did find my Precisely Brow Pencil, and I'm going to use this to draw hair-like strokes on the front of my brows. If you see my head turning from time to time, it's because I was catching up on YouTube. I was watching it on my TV, and I think I'm watching Jackie here. Yeah, so I'm going to use now a flat defining brush with the Kevin Aquan concealer to clean up my brows, and I'm also checking my camera to make sure that my camera is not recording in slow-mo. So yeah, I'm cleaning up my brows here. You want to make sure your eyebrows look nice and sharp, defined, and clean, and that's exactly what I'm doing here. A concealer to prime my eyelids. You can use a concealer or you can use a primer. MAC sells primers for your eyelids, and so does Urban Decay. I'm sure there's others out there, but I just use concealer. This ensures that your eyeshadow goes on nice and smooth and it does not crease. Here I am using a setting powder to set my primer on my eyelids. It's the same thing as when you set your concealer under your eyes or on your forehead or on your chin. I'm doing the same thing here for my eyelids. Okay, let's start with the eyeshadow look. I'm just going to use one palette for this look. I'm using the Morphe palette. I'm going to list everything down below. This is the color I'm using on my eyelid as the transition color. I think I'm only using 4 colors from this palette, so just continue to watch, and again, I will leave everything I am using in the description bar below. color Champion in this palette just below my transition color, just to give it more depth. I'm taking the color All That Glimmers. It's a beautiful champagne color to place on my eyelids. I'm taking the color First Place, which is this beautiful dark chocolate brown, and placing that on the outer corners of my eyes to give my eyes a beautiful smoky look. You want to make sure you are patient when blending out your eyeshadow, especially with a color like this one, because sometimes it could look a little patchy or muddy and you don't want your eyeshadow to look that way. So just continue to blend until you get that nice seamless color on your eyelids. Taking the color Penny Dropper so that I can highlight my brow bone. I'm gonna tap some of it behind the back of my hand because I don't want it to be too much, but just enough so that you can see it. I'm using the same color I used on my brow bone to put in the inner corners of my eyes to make my eyes pop. Now let's start with the face. I'm going to use this IT Cosmetics Oil Control Moisturizer. I love it. I really do. It controls the oils in your face. I'm an oily girl. And I love the way this smells. I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I love this stuff, guys. I really, really do. This is a dupe for the Milk Primer for the fraction of the cost. I love e.l.f. products. I really do. This primer adheres to your skin and it makes your foundation adhere to it. I mean, if that makes sense, it's really, really good. Look at that. You can see I'm showing you guys that my face is tacky, which means that your foundation isn't going anywhere. Watch this, watch this. Bam! Voila! Onto foundation. I'm using one of my top 3 favorites. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I'm in the color 3N54. I really love the way this foundation looks on my skin. Time to contour and conceal. Here I'm using, yeah, it's a little messy. I love this LYS contour stick in the color Harmony, but it's so messy. But anyway, it does the job. Yeah, I'm contouring here and then I'm going to conceal. I'm using the Laura Mercier concealer in the color, child, I'll put it down below because I can't remember for the life of me. fast forward some of the clips, and that's because I feel that you have seen me do this many of times and I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm fast forwarding some of the clips that I feel should be fast forwarded. Stop it and continue. I'm going to use some setting powder to set wherever I concealed. If you don't already know, I don't like to bake, so I like to wipe my setting powder off quickly unless I'm doing like a super glam look and I want my makeup to like really stay on all night, like all night until the next morning. I'm using MAC's Skin Finish in Rich Rosy to contour my nose. I'm using the same bronzer to bronze my face. I'm going to use this cream blush. It's a dupe for the Road blush in the color Bronze Glow. I got this off of Amazon for a great price. It's in my Amazon storefront in case you are interested. I'm going to use this on my cheeks. If you're wondering what brush I am using, this is the Morphe M204 brush. This is a cream and liquid blush brush. I'm going to use Sephora's Micro Smooth Powder in the color Mahogany. Guys, I'm gonna put some falsies on. Ta-da! Onto the eyeliner. I'm using the Revant gel eyeliner in the color brown. I love these eyeliners. They glide on so easily. They don't irritate my eyes, and I just love them. They come in so many different colors. I have a discount code for you guys in case you are interested down below. I'm gonna take that light brown eyeshadow color right there in the middle, and I'm gonna place that where I placed my gel eyeliner to smudge it a little bit. I'm going to use some mascara for my lower lashes. Onto lips. I'm going to use this NYX lip liner. It's a beautiful dark chocolate color, and the color I believe is called Rebel Kind. For lipstick, I'm using this MAC Lippy in the color Photo. I have not used this in years, so I hope they still sell this color. Yeah, I hope so, because it's such a pretty brown fall color. I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss Bling and Pay Me in Gold. this look to be matte, so I'm going to finish this look by using the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Blur Setting Spray. Here is the final look. Let me know what you think. This came out so pretty. I love the way this fall glam look came out. It's so pretty. I love browns, golds, and shimmers, plums for the fall. This brown lip is everything. Again, you guys have not seen me in a brown lip. I don't think you have, but this is so fall. I think this is a great look for an evening out or a holiday party that may be coming up. Yeah, so this was the only palette I used for this eyeshadow look, and this is so inexpensive. Practically the entire face was inexpensive with the exception of maybe the foundation, but everything else was really inexpensive. The lashes are a Sephora brand. They're the DEMURE ones, and they go from short to long. So it's almost like a cat eye. I always have to put my lashes on off camera because I have trouble putting on lashes. That's why I love lash extensions. It saves me the trouble. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna list all the products I use for this makeup look in the description bar below in case you are interested. So that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. Let me know again what you think in the comments down below. If you're new to my channel and this is your first time watching, please think about subscribing to my channel, like the video, comment down below. Don't forget to click on that notification bell so you are notified when I upload a video. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, be safe. God bless. Adios, mi gente.